Guys, what's up? It's me, Rebl. Today's video of Rebel for Passion will be about the music industry and doing music and my own music. It'll be about inspirations and influences, and it'll be about being gay. I don't want to go too in-depth with being gay because I feel it deserves its own video, but I will touch lightly on the subject and answer certain questions that I received on Facebook and just talk about my experiences and talk about my opinion of the struggles of being gay, of everything, and just, yeah. So let's jump right into the video. First things first, I want to come on and say that tomorrow, August 17th, I'll be turning 20 years old. It's my birthday. I'm a Leo, so I'm happy about that. And just to let you guys know right now, it's August 16th, and it's like 4:30 or 5 o'clock in the morning right now, and for some reason I have a lot of energy. So yeah, jumping into the subject of influences and inspirations. I'm talking about influences and inspirations because I feel that it's a subject that it's important to know, who influences and who inspires an artist. And another reason why is because I see a lot of people will copy other artists and base, their upcoming career on it. And I don't want to do that. I think I'm smart enough, I'm talented enough, and I'm good enough to be an original. I'm good enough for people to, see me as me and, say, oh, well, this person reminds me of another famous person that's already out, but they're not exactly the same, or they do this differently. And I never want to be an exact mockery or exact replica of somebody else. I'm myself, and I love myself. I think I have a good personality, and I think that I have a lot of good qualities that make me good as me. And I have the confidence and self-esteem for that. So I just want to give you guys another thing to talk about is the reason why these videos are called Rebel with a Passion is because of an old movie, or I should say a classic movie. It's one of my favorites. It involves an actor named James Dean. Most of you guys probably don't know him. He's a vintage actor. The movie is called Rebel Without a Cause. Now, because of that movie and because of the title of the movie, that's why I titled these Rebel with a Passion. And that's my influence for, the title of this movie, the title of this YouTube video. The influence for my music, just to let you guys know, on the upcoming mixtape that I have coming out, are Maroon 5's new album, Overexposed. I love them. I love that album to death. It's a great, amazing album. Every song has such feeling. The beats are great. The lyrics are great as usual. I love the whole album. And it's been on blast. It's been on repeat every single night for me. It's an influence of mine, but you're not going to hear, an exact, my mixtape be exactly like that. You're going to hear so many different sounds in my mixtape, that I planned, at least. So I want to let you guys know that you might hear, oh, well, this sounds a little bit like, the song, but you're never going to hear an exact version or exact copy of them, or their song, or their sound. I'm different from them. But hopefully, I'm going to be able to, still respect their sound and still, have a sound very similar because I do like it. Also, Rihanna's Talk That Talk. I know I have a lot of people out there who love Rihanna and love, herself and her album. And that was an influence also for doing this album. So I just want to say, these things, these people, these things, these albums, these sounds, the music, they influence me, but I don't exactly replicate or copy, their swag or their music. You're going to hear, just like every other artist, it's very similar to each other, because we're in the same genre. And, just in general, music itself has a way of being very similar. And that's okay. But I would never copy. And I would never exactly sound or exactly do like them. So with that being said, I see a lot of people, copy. And I don't think that's right. I'm humble and I'm respectful enough to appreciate artists who are themselves, who can really sing, who can really write, who can really rap, who really have bars. Who can really dance. I appreciate and I respect that. And although the music industry and music itself is a very competitive business, you see people on YouTube on Twitter, on Facebook, just like me, promoting themselves on the streets and the subways. You see them on X Factor, The Voice, American Idol. So it's a very competitive industry. We're all trying to do music, and almost all of us have a real passion and real heart for it. So when I see somebody else doing music and they really do have talent, I have no problem encouraging them and supporting them and just telling them, you can really sing, you can really write, you can really rap, you def got bars, or, you can really dance. Because I appreciate, talent just like I appreciate my own talent, and I hope that other people appreciate my talent too. I am competitive, don't get me wrong. I can be real competitive. I can come out and let people know, I can definitely sing, can definitely dance, and I definitely can write. So I'm competitive, and I have no problem putting that out there and putting the best I have to give, but I would never knock anyone else's hustle, especially when they have real talent, especially also they don't knock me. So just want to say that. And I think I'm speaking for everyone when I say, at least I want to speak for everyone. I hope I'm not, offending anyone, but doing music and being in the music industry and trying to be at least in the music industry is hard. It's really hard. Besides the competitiveness, it's just, you're a person who's putting yourself out there. You're good, you're bad, everything. You're exposing yourself. You're exposing yourself to criticism from, haters and people who in general just are trying to help, but, the only way to help is to tell you the bad and what you need to work on. You're exposing yourself, to the limelight and to being in the spotlight. And you're exposing yourself to a lot of hard work. It's a lot of hard work. You're trying to build your own sound, your own persona. You're trying to, work on your own talent. It's a lot of hard work, especially if you want to be one of those people who really has a career, like Beyonce does. She dances, she sings, she acts, she does fashion. She has basically it all. So it's really hard doing that because it takes a lot of work. And also for people like me who are underground and who are just starting off, it's hard. And we really do rely on the fans to promote us, to encourage us, to be our support system. So, that's why I'm doing this. As I said before in my other videos, it really is for the fans because it really depends on you guys, So it's hard. The music industry is a really hard thing to break into. I can tell you for myself, I'm working on my look. I'm trying to be, different with my look and definitely, show you guys a Leon Rebl look. I'm working on my voice, as I said before, because I want to be able to sing the best I can. I don't use auto-tune. I want to be able to sing live and sound good in the studio. I'm working on dancing and everything because I don't want to be a person or an artist that just, one type of thing that just sings or, just whatever. I want to be able to be a package. I want to be able to, be a whole persona. So that's what I'm trying to do, and I think a lot of other people out there are trying to do it. So when you see people doing music and you see people doing art in general, dancing, writing, anything, just understand it's really hard. It's really hard, It's one of those things that it takes a lot out of you. Even for me, I try to be the best I can be and be a perfectionist, and it's hard because, I'm used to being judged, but it doesn't mean that, because I'm used to being judged, that here and there it still doesn't affect me or still doesn't hurt me or still doesn't, get me down sometimes. But at the end of the day, I'm a strong individual and I get past it. So that brings into the next subject of, being gay. I want to say this. I still love my females. I still can admit when, a female or girl has a nice body or she's pretty, and I still do get attracted. I still do. But I think, I'll be honest, the reason why I recognize as being gay is because I can get a sexual attraction with females, I can get a physical attraction with females, but I've never gotten an emotional attraction with females. I've never, sat there with a female and actually emotionally been attracted to her. And for sometimes with dudes, most of the time with dudes, I can get, emotionally attached. I can, really start to fall for them. And that's why I recognize it's gay. And I'll say, even being a gay artist, there's not that many of us out there, especially mainstream, who are gay and out and who are really doing this craft. And most of them, what they do is they'll come out while, they're already making it in the industry. So, you know, to say, you know, this is a problem for them to say, you know, how are we gonna market this? But like I said, I'm a real person, so I'm gonna be genuine. And I do write gay songs. I don't want people to think that I try to hide it, because I don't. I do write gay songs, because I did get asked on Facebook. Like I said, this mixtape is gonna be probably about 2 gay songs on there, or 3 at most, but most of the time it's just general music for everyone to listen to. I don't ever want to be, like I said, an artist that does one category. I don't want to be an artist that only does gay music, or does music and tries to, you know, subliminally say that I am, or does music that's only for, you know, straight people and only talks about, you know, being with a girl. I want to do, you know, music for everyone. So, just to talk briefly about the struggles of what it was for me, you know, coming out and being gay, because I think that's important. When I told my family that I was, you know, I'm glad I did. I'm glad I came out, because you have to be real with yourself, and life is so short, as I said before. You have to be real with yourself, and you have to get it out there that you are, and that, well, at least, you know, I believe you do. I know a lot of people who are, you know, DL as they called, or, you know, not ready to come out, and I respect that. I'm from the Bronx, so I see how it is, you know. I see how people judge you real quick. People will fight you, people will jump you, people will hurt you for being who you are. And it's so funny to me, because people are always like, you know, be real, be you. But yet, when you are real and you are you, people judge you, and people come at you or try to hurt you. And I've had a lot of Facebook friends who have been, you know, victims of, you know, homophobic people. And I think that's wrong. Like, how are you going to talk about how real you are, and then when somebody else is real with themselves, you're going to try to come at them? Like, how do you do that? And how do you sleep with yourself at night knowing that you cause harm to somebody else for no reason, for being themselves, for liking guys or liking girls? Like, sorry about that. I heard a weird sound. About to be a horror movie now. But I don't think that's right. You know, thankfully I've never been a victim of that myself. I've never been, you know, knock on wood, you know, jumped or, you know, by homophobic people or hurt by them or anything. I have, you know, been, you know, bullied before, but then I'm a strong person myself, so every time somebody says something about me, you know, I was quick to say something back. But I can't lie. When I first was in school, when I was in high school, people did ask, and I would deny it. And I would deny it because certain areas, like being in the Bronx, it's not easy to come out, and it's not easy, you know. I was still finding myself. I was 14 years old. You know, when you're that young, you still find yourself. You're still trying to decide who you are as a person. And I want to say, I think that's a beautiful thing about your 20s. I think you become so assured of yourself and so confident with who you are. Even if people talk about you or they hate on you, it doesn't hurt you. It doesn't affect you, because I know me. I know my good. I know my bad. I can name them right now. You know, I have a bad temper, a bad attitude problem. I'm known to, you know, push people away sometimes, or just come off too strong when I'm trying to help, and I have to watch my mouth. I also know that I'm just somebody who I have to tone myself down. Sometimes I'm too strong, and sometimes I just, you know, I go really hard. And I have to learn to tone that down, and I have to learn, you know, my limits. And I'm also a big risk taker, and I have to start being more logical and not as emotional. I have to start thinking smarter instead of just doing whatever I want to do. You know, that's a young mentality, and I have to learn, you know, to balance both. It's okay to, you know, go with your heart and everything, but you also have to use your best judgment also, and realize the consequences. Does it affect other people, and in the long run, does it benefit you, or does it hurt other people? But getting back to, you know, the subject of being gay, I feel that it's the best choice I did to come out. It was the best thing I did, and it was a hard thing for, you know, my friends and my family to accept. Not so much my friends, because, you know, we're young. My family to accept, and I do face issues sometimes with it still to this day. But like I said, you know, I'm at a point in my life in which I've literally lost myself. I've hit rock bottom. I probably suffered for something that probably was depression. I didn't even know about it, and had I went to the shrink, could have been. But I remember just being so sad and so angry sometimes, and even sometimes I catch myself now losing who I am, losing my confidence, and losing the fact that at the end of the day I will always be okay, and I will always, find a way. So, with that being said, I think I spoke about everything, and just anybody out there struggling with being gay or struggling with who they are, you just have to know that it's about being yourself. Life is really about living it to the fullest, doing all the things you want to do, having fun, growing as a person, becoming stronger, becoming smarter, and doing it all while being you. And it's not an easy thing to be yourself. I know people can criticize you, can hate on you, can try to point out your flaws, but you have to be accepting of yourself. If you accept yourself for who you are and you love yourself for who you are, straight, gay, transgender, bi, short, fat, small, skinny, then who cares? I'll even point out for myself, in this day and age, a lot of kids are going to the gym and everything. I haven't been yet. I have like skinny arms and everything. My stomach, I'll show you guys my stomach real quick. It's embarrassing, but my stomach needs work on and everything. But I accept who I am. I love who I am. I know who I am. I'm Steven Ramirez, aka Leon Rebl. I love to do music. I like the color black and gray and blue. And, I'm just me. I'm from the Bronx. And that's it. That's all you can do. You just accept yourself and be you. And if people hate and they try to knock you, then just know they have their own problems. No one's perfect. Who is? So with that being said, I'm going to wrap up this video and let you guys just know that, I'm still working on a mixtape. For this September, I definitely want to be in the studio. It's hard because I'm working with my friend Amari Vixen, and, we have different schedules to get everything together, and we have our own personal problems, but I promise you guys that we're working hard to do this music and to just show you guys who we are, and just do the best we can. So good night, Rebels. I hope you guys are well, actually good morning. It's like 5 o'clock, but I hope you guys have a good day, and I'll put another video tomorrow up. It'll be my birthday, so yeah.